Students. I welcome all of you once again to the fourth part of lesson number 11, work and energy. So let's recall once again whatever so far we have learnt in this chapter. So student, in the last lesson we have spoke about there are basically different forms of the energy. So how many forms of the energy we use in our day-to-day life? So as you can see that over here, the mechanical energy which we come across in our day-to-day activity. Again, as you can see that over here, heat energy, then the light energy, sound energy, and the last but not least, the chemical energy. So in the last lecture, we discussed about what do you exactly mean by the mechanical energy and what are the types of the mechanical energy, right? So today students, we are going to learn about what do you mean by the heat energy, light energy, sound energy, and the chemical energy. So what do you exactly mean by the mechanical energy? So can you see this activity, students, here? So in this activity, we are trying to stretch a rubber band. So when we are trying to stretch a rubber band, the shape of the rubber band, it is increasing. But when we release a force, the rubber band, it is coming back to its original shape and the size. So that means, can I say that the rubber band is released after stretching it and it is coming back to again its shape and the size. So there are so many examples, like when we wound a spring of a toy, it starts playing automatically, right? And again, one of the example that we try to store a water at a height. So even in that case also, a energy which is stored, that particular type of the energy is called as what? Potential energy. So what do you exactly mean by the potential energy? As you can see that over here, the energy which is stored in an object due to a specific state or a position. Due to a specific state or a position, the energy has been stored in that object. So that energy is called as what? Potential energy. So what do you exactly mean by the potential energy? The energy which is stored in an object due to a specific state or a position of that object is called as what? Potential energy. And at the same time, students, you must have seen that in the game of the marble, where does one marble gets the energy to state the other marble in the motion? You must be playing the game of marble. Am I right? So you keep the other marble in a steady position and you apply your body energy onto a marble. So this first marble transfers your body energy into the next marble. So that means, can I say that we give energy to the marble and set into the motion. So whenever there is a particular type of the energy which is used to set the particular thing into motion, then it is called as what? Basically kinetic energy. So what do you mean by the kinetic energy? The energy obtained from a motion. The energy obtained from a motion, it is called as what? Kinetic energy. And again students, if there is a mechanical energy. So we spoke about the potential energy and we spoke about the kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy and the potential energy, they come under the category called as what? Mechanical energy. So they both are included under the mechanical energy. So the mechanical energy means what? Basically any type of the energy which is used to do any type of the mechanical work. Okay, so if we are doing any sort of activity and in that if we are using a mechanical energy, so that is called as what? Mechanical energy. Understood? So students, always remember that over here there are two types of the mechanical energy, that is the potential energy and the kinetic energy, right? So one most important thing, always remember, which is very important from your exam point of view also, potential energy is obtained due to a position. If because of position, if we are getting any particular type of energy, then it is called as potential energy. And because of a motion, if you are getting any type of the energy, then it is called as what? Kinetic energy. So kinetic energy and the potential energy, they both come under the category called as what, students, over here? Mechanical energy. So now let's speak about the other type of the energy today one by one. Okay. So students, what you see here in this picture? Yes, you are, this is a milk. Milk is boiling, right? So you can see that here in this picture a milk is boiling. So may I know that for boiling a milk, what we are providing here? Look at the bottom, what we are providing? Yes, we are trying to provide a heat to this milk. Am I right? So may I know that if we are trying to provide a heat, so in day-to-day activity also, in kitchen also, we are using this type of the energy on the common basis, right? So may I know what type of energy we are using for this activity? Any guesses? Yes, you're absolutely right. As we are providing heat to this particular picture, this particular activity, so here we are providing a heat energy. So you can see that over here, heat energy is very, very important. So what do you exactly mean by the heat energy? So you all know that heat energy is produced by burning of a fuel. If we are burning any sort of fuel, let's say for example charcoal, coal or wooden material, anything, petrol, diesel, etc. So even if we are burning any sort of fuel, the heat is releasing, so that is called as what? Heat energy. And this heat energy is used in the kitchen all the time. So there are so many activities which we do in the kitchen, and that is impossible without the heat energy. And the heat energy is very, very important for doing all sort of the activity. And students, always remember that like so many things, heat is measured in the unit called as what? Calorie. So calorie is a unit for measurement of the heat. Like for example, if we want to measure a distance, we measure a distance in meter, centimeter or kilometer, right? So exactly in the same manner, if you want to calculate a heat, so for calculation of the heat, we use a calorie. So calorie is a unit for measurement of the heat. Understood? And at the same time, students, always remember that over here, the earth receives a heat in the proper quantities from the earth. So sun is the source of the heat energy, or you can say it is the source of the light energy to the earth, right? So that is how an atmospheric temperature favorable to the living world which is maintained. Heat is a form of the energy. Sunlight contains the heat energy. So because of the heat energy which we get from the sunlight, we are able to survive. Without heat energy from the sunlight, our life will be in the danger. So that's why students always remember that the heat energy is very, very important. So students, you all know that we already spoke about that plant make their own food with the help of the sunlight. We have already discussed that in the previous chapter. So plant make their own food with the help of the sunlight. So what is that process is called as? Any guesses? What process plant basically follow to prepare their own food with the help of the sunlight? Yes, that process is called as what? Photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the name of the process by which plants are absorbing the sunlight, and by using the sunlight, plants are making their own food, right? So the sunlight is very, very important for the plant to prepare their own food. And on plant, we are dependent to get the food material. So sunlight is not only important to the plant, but in fact the sunlight is very important to us as well, right? So this is basically called as what? Light energy. So sunlight is equally important to the plant also, and the sunlight is equally important to the animals also. So this sort of energy is called as what? Light energy. So students, as you can see that over here, it means that during the process of the photosynthesis, the light energy is transformed into a energy in the food. So what plants are exactly doing? Plants are absorbing the light energy from the sun, and this light energy they are converting into the food material. So whatever food we are getting, that is a form of the light energy which is absorbed by the plant, and that light energy they are converting into the food material, right? So you can see that over here, plants and animals use this food for doing their work. So we all the plants and all the animals directly and indirectly dependent upon the plant to get the food material. And plants, what they are using? Plants are using the sunlight. Plants are using the light energy. So plants are using the light energy, and they are taking the light energy and they are converting into the food material. That means that we can say that even the light energy is a form of one of the sort of energy. Understood? So students, did you understand regarding the light energy whatever we have learnt now? So students, the next type of the energy which we are going to learn, that is nothing but what? Sound energy. So now we are talking, sound is coming. So this is also a form of sound energy, right? Suppose if it is raining, so during raining you must have seen that we see a noise of the raindrops. So even that is a sound energy. People are talking, you are running, so there are so many sound is coming. So sound is also a type of energy. Suppose if you switch on the TV, a sound will come. That is a sound energy, right? So the sound energy basically whatever we are able to listen, right? So students, as you can see that you must have seen the glass panes of the windows, they crack due to a loud noise. If there is a DJ or sound speaker at your place or nearby area, you must have seen that windows they might crack sometime, right? So that is because of what? Sound energy. So students, here you can see that similarly sound is used to control the movement of the sum of the toy. So there are so many apps in the mobile also where the sound energy has been used. Like one of the app, I guess it is a talking to a Tom or something like that, right? So there are so many apps or there are so many toys also where you are speaking, and with the help of the sound energy you are able to operate that particular toy or any sort of apps, right? So the sound energy is equally important. This means that some work is also done by using the sound. So if we are using sound for performing any sort of activity or work, then we can say that the sound is also a form of the energy. So here we can say that like heat energy and like a light energy, even the sound is the form of the energy. Okay students, so I hope so students whatever we have learned so far you must have understood that. So the next type of the energy students, let's see here what you can see here in this thing. When wood burns we get the heat and the light. Always remember this one. When wood burns we get heat and the light. So heat is coming and even the light is coming whenever we are burning a wooden material, right? So students, sometimes we hear a crackling sound as well. What makes this happen? Whenever we are burning wooden materials, sometimes we listen a crackling sound. Why does this happen basically? Any guesses? Yes, because students remember that the energy stored in the wood is emitted in the various forms through a chemical reaction. So there is a chemical reaction is occurring. Wooden material is finally converted into the coal material, charcoal material. So that is because of the chemical action. So because of the chemical action, the heat energy is coming out and the light energy is coming out and the crackling sound we are able to listen. So whatever energy is stored in the wooden material, that is coming out in the form of light energy, sound energy. Are you getting my point? So this type of the reaction or this type of the energy is called as what? Chemical energy. What we call it as chemical energy. So this type of the chemical energy is not only used in the wooden material, but it is also used in the acid batteries. So at home also for inverter also we are using this type of the batteries. We are using this type of the batteries in the four-wheeler as well, right? And even this sort of batteries we use for the auto rickshaws as well. So in most of the vehicle we are using such type of batteries, and even for inverter also we are using such type of batteries. So even this battery, the chemical reaction takes place. So the chemical reaction takes place because of the lead acid which is present in that, and that energy produced into the electrical energy. So this is type of the chemical energy. So chemical energy means what? There are certain kind of the chemical reaction, and because of the chemical reaction if we are getting the energy, then that is called as what? Chemical energy. So can I say that over here the energy obtained through a chemical reaction? The energy obtained through a chemical reaction, it is called as what? Chemical energy. So can you see guys here what do you exactly mean by the chemical reaction over here? What is a chemical energy? The energy obtained through a chemical reaction, it is called as what? Chemical energy. So students, whatever we have learned so far today regarding the heat energy, light energy, sound energy and the chemical energy, did you understand that? So what we have learned today? We spoke about today regarding the all the 5 different type of the energy which are there in your syllabus. So how many type of the energy are there? So as you can see that over here, mechanical energy, then the heat energy, then the light energy, sound energy, and the chemical energy. So these all are the form of the energy which we use in the day-to-day activity for doing various sort of the activity. So students, we will stop here. We will continue this session in the next lecture. Bye bye, take care.